Hello everyone, so today we are going to do a cleaning and review of Tropical Reef Hydro Ripple hang-on bag filter. So this particular model is actually designed for reef tanks and it has a surface skimmer. I haven't used it because my water level is too low, so if your water level is too low, the water just doesn't flow inside the surface skimmer, so it's not very efficient, so I took it off. And I used it on a freshwater tank, a tropical freshwater tank. This is a medium range hang-on filter. It has a capacity of about 450 liters per hour, which is this is actually the strongest among other Tropical Reef hang-on bag filters, and its voltage is 7 watt, and I bought it for just 13.95 pounds on Amazon. I've installed it on this tank about 3 months ago. I never cleaned it before, so now is a cleaning time. But also I'm going to replace it with a canister filter, so I will just disassemble it. I'm not going to use it on this tank, but overall my opinion about this filter is that it's quite efficient. For its size, it has a relatively large capacity to host media, and we're going to weigh media that I have inside, and I'm going to show what kind of media I have used and what kind of media comes with the filter. In my opinion, it was quite successful at its job, and it has done its job well. I've used a canister along with this filter, so it was more of a supplemental filtration type of filter, so it wasn't the only filter I had on this tank. But if you have a smaller tank, because I have a 260 liter tank here, if you have a smaller tank, you could as well use this filter as the only filtration. So first I'm gonna remove the lid, this cover on top of the filter. It's transparent, so it's quite convenient. Got a lot of terrestrial plants on top. You can see I filled it with two types of media. This is alpha grog ceramic porous media for biological filtration. I've also used a Heim mech for mechanical filtration. Well, originally this filter arrived without any biological or mechanical filtration. There is a carbon pad in here, and there is a filter wool inside of that container, and I'm going to show it more in details. So we're going to take it off. It's quite heavy because it has a lot of water inside. So I wanted to show you how I filled the filter with media. Essentially, this cartridge is kind of in the middle of the media compartment, and on the one side of it there's a relatively short, narrow space. I filled it with a Heim mech for mechanical filtration, so the water gets through here and it goes up and into your tank. Filled mostly with alpha grog ceramic porous media for biological filtration, and in this compartment, which basically sucks the water inside the filter, it's filled with a Heim mech. I'm gonna take out inlet pipe. This one over here. It's quite dirty, covered with algae. So we're going to check the weight of media. Minus 50 grams, which is the weight of this container, and a Heim mech. Well, so it's short of 2 kg. It's about 1.6 kg or something like that. So this filter fits this amount of media, which means it should be able to provide full cycle of filtration for probably 150 liter tank as a main filter and as the only filter. Alright, so inside we also had this cartridge with filter wool and carbon inside, and it's not particularly dirty for 3 months period. and I will try to open it. I believe it can be opened. Maybe not. Yes, definitely it can be opened. Yes. So the filter wool is relatively clean, and you certainly need to throw away this carbon usually after month and a half, maximum couple of months. I've kept it here for too long, but yeah, it definitely absorbed everything it could absorb and released everything it could release. So this is how it looks like. It doesn't look too dirty for the time it was working without any cleaning. So the filter has been cleaned. I've put back the Surface Skimmer. This how it looks like. So it's really in the upper part of the filter, so you have to fill your tank as much as you can in order for it to function. So if your water level is below this part, then obviously your water is not going to flow inside of this Surface Skimmer, and it's not going to function properly. It's going to make a lot of noise trying to suck water in, but it's not going to work. So yeah, definitely you need to have your water level at about this level here. And yes, I've put back fresh carbon into the carbon cartridge. I'll cover it with this pad, filter pad, and I close it up. Yes, like this. And I'll put it back. Essentially, yeah, there's this area here for carbon pad. You can also put it in the second compartment, and this is how it's going to look like. So your water will first get through this carbon container with a filter pad, and then get into this broader area here before it actually enters your tank. So you can add some biological media in this compartment if you like to. You can also increase efficiency of this filter by adding just an ordinary coarse sponge to the inlet pipe as a pre-filter. So yes, it's better to remove it, and yeah, like this, like so. So it will trap all the larger muck, all the larger debris in here before it will get inside of your filter, and you can increase the period of time between each cleaning procedure. So this is how it looks like. So overall, this is a fairly efficient for its size hang-on filter. It holds about 1.6 kilos of biological media, which should be sufficient to provide a full cycle of biological filtration for a tank of up to 150 liters. Which is quite enough actually, and which is quite good. Just for comparison's sake, I can say that, for example, Eheim Classic 125 canister filter holds about the same amount of media, so it should be able to provide about the same amount of biological filtration as some of the canister filters. Alright, so this was my review of Tropical Reef hang-on filter. Leave your comments in the comment sections. Don't forget to subscribe, and until the next video, bye bye.